drill. Overturn fall is the call. Forming will boxing, crushing them all. Hit them with this heavy metal beach one. Axe handle.
What's up, everybody? As you know, you've been following me around, so you know I was with Master Yu last week, Change Style, Dragon Style, blah blah. Today I'm with I like to address him as a master, but I'm going Mr. Yuanxia. He's a XingYi practitioner. In my opinion, you know, he studies a rare style of XingYiQuan. So you know, can't tell you where I'm at, but you know, I'm interviewing him, and so you know, he's going to share some information with us for all you cats out there that seeking knowledge in XingYiQuan. All right.
So Yuanxia is hard to pronounce, right? But Yuan means origin. Everything is from origin. Xia means Kung Fu master. Okay. So my name in China means origin Kung Fu master. Okay. Also, people call me Da Xia. Da means big. You're big, I'm big.
I'm not that big.
Da Xia means great Kung Fu master.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has that kind of dream, right? So to be a man, you want to be strong. You want to be a Kung Fu master. That means explore this inner power. So the special style I learned is called from XingYi, Xin, Xyi. So Xin means the mind, the spiritual. But the XingYi means the shape, the form. So now everybody practices Xin. Very few people practice XingYi. But XingYi is the mother form, is the original form. XingYi in China, they claim has about 1,000 years. It's from the general Yue Fei. A lot of people know Yue Fei.
Then he created Yuanxia.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in there always.
Hold on, you're going to know history now.
Yeah.
And 85K is on YouTube. But you know, so I want to ask you something. All right. In XingYi, you know, I read a lot of books, and they always talk about what is your. I'm going to ask you this: what is your perspective on the empty mind of XingYi? If there, do you believe in that? Do you believe you should be mindful or have an empty mind?
So now you see, Xin is the mind.
Okay.
Yi is the mindless disciple. So mind is the origin, is the heaven. So there's a big mind, is the universe.
Okay.
We can call the God, we can call the universal conscious.
Okay. Like
Each individual, we have a little conscious. This little conscious and the universal conscious usually connected. But unfortunately, materialistic, they don't think it's connected. They think this body is a pile of meat. But in China, we call the 行尸走肉, the walking meat and the living corpse. So nobody wants to be that.
I don't want to be that either. I mean, everybody got to take that dirt nap, but you know, I don't look at it from that way. He said the walking corpse. Damn.
So this style we call the XingYi. Xin means the individual conscience and the universal conscience where they get connection.
Okay.
So when we talk about the empty mind landings, we get connected between this individual and the universe. After we get connected, we feel, well, we melt down, we become empty. But empty, it doesn't mean you have nothing. After you feel the sense of empty, you have everything. But in real life, you cannot live in the emptiness. In real life, you still every day you need to handle your daily business.
That's true.
So this is called the Yi.
I like that part, yeah.
That's called the Yi. So this is called the XingYi. Xin is about universe. Yi is about this universal power, how to activate it, how to use it in our daily life.
Hey, deep brother, man. I thought it was deep. Alright, so, okay, so what I'll say, okay, here's a good question for you, okay? So you're basically saying we are all citizens of the universe, basically. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
I understand. I comprehend what you're saying. So, what about the 5 elements? What's your perspective on the 5 elements?
Well, a 5 element is in Chinese tradition. They claim, you know, that the universe is too big. Yeah. So then there are 5 elements. Actually, original 5 element is based on the people's perception of the space.
Okay.
North, south, east, west, then the middle.
Yeah.
So 5 element is not like original. We have 5 elements. Originally we have a space.
Yeah.
Space is the key. It's the 5 identity of the space. Then we have a 5 element. So what is element? Element is material, right? So as to today's physics, we talk about material. Material is made by small little molecular, particular. So people say, what's inside this little stuff? Then today's quantum physics say, well, okay, there's some superstring inside, right? Some people say, what is superstring? Eventually, the physicists say, superstring actually is twisted space. So now you see, the material originally is a space. So 5 element is a shape of the material, but a 5 element originally is space. So what is space? Space is empty.
You getting deep on me, fellas. All right. So, but I'm saying, in reference to, you know, the forms, or I should say, the routines, what's your perspective on that?
So routine,
Yeah.
in Lao Tzu as a theory, Lao Tzu say, Tao produce 1, 1 produce 2, 2 produce 3,
Yeah.
3 produce everything. So you can see everything is from the seed. Seed grow up to be a little root. Root, trunk, branch, tree, leaves, flowers, fruit. So then this whole process, the little seed is so tiny little, nobody cares. But the people care about the fruit, people care about the tree, care about the leaves. So the routine, the shape, all this, everything, all this little detail, people focus a lot to learn those stuff. But nobody care about the seed.
I know you're about to say the foundation, basically.
If you learn the seed,
Yeah.
you don't need those leaves because you can build up your own tree. Right?
Yeah.
So the routine, if a real conformist, if you get the seed,
Yeah.
you can produce your own routine. But if you don't get the seed, you follow the routine. Remember, you get the leaf, in the beginning this leaf is beautiful, but the leaf will dry, will turn to other color. Today you catch the beautiful flower, it's beautiful. 1 week later, the flower withers.
So I hope you're getting this, because basically he's saying, for some of you guys that may be beyond your heads, foundation, basics is everything. Basically in a nutshell. Layman term. Practice your basics.
So that's why martial art, originally people say, yeah, I want to learn how to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true, we can learn fight. But can you fight with the heaven? No. When you deal with the heaven, the only thing is that you worship, you respect, you pray, you get the power. When you fight, you only fight for trivial little things. So that's why many years ago I remember, you know, the Japanese martial art, they talk about it, say, well, martial art is about peace. At that time I said, bullshit. Martial art is for fighting, not for peace. Right? But then later, after keep learn, eventually when I learn Xing, then I realized the goal of Xing is not for fight. The goal of Xing is use this fighting skill, go back, eventually get in touch with the heaven. You know all the secret. So then, meanwhile, you have the maximum power. You have the real skill. So somebody, if they want to fight with you, you know what to fight. You know how to fight.
Drill, overturn, fall is the call. Forming will boxing.